This is a moment I've been waiting a long time for. Finally got something that, I don't know if it's a want or a need, but I've wanted to feel like I needed it, I guess. We'll put it that way. So this right here is called a BR rev limiter. And what it allows you to do is control the rev on your car for launch control, in essence. So there's 3 different knobs. This one, and this one. So there's Rev 1, which is all the time. Rev 2 is switched, and this gain is the duration of your cut. So on the BR, there's only 5 wires to connect it. There's a black, a green, a red, a white, and a yellow. So I already took the time to figure out what all these are. Black is a ground. The green is going to go to your crank position sensor. The red is going to be your switched power. The white is going to be your switched ground triggered. The yellow is going to be your ignition firing. So I have all of this on the pinout. I'm going to show you. This is going to be for the JZX 171, which is basically, this is a JZX 110. It's a 1jz VVTi. So this will go on a few different motors. This is more universal. I got this online. I went online, just typed in JZX 110 pinout. So in my ECU, there's 5 plugs. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna go from left to right, A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, and E. So excuse my terrible handwriting, but we're gonna take the red, which is the B+, and we're gonna put it on pin E16. So pin E16, we're gonna put it right here. So that's the bottom right corner of E. So we're gonna go down. Pin number E, number 16, plus B. Let's do our green, NE positive, which is your crank position sensor. That's pin A23, plug A, pin 23, second from the bottom right. Second from the bottom right, NE plus. So NE plus and NE negative are your crank position sensor wires. Go straight to your crank. And let's go yellow, ignition firing, which is A125. So we're gonna go A125. It's right next to the other one. So here's our crank position, and then we're gonna skip 24, and then we're gonna go to 25. So we're gonna skip that because there's nothing goes there, and then ignition firing. The white one, we're actually gonna put to a switch. So if you want to do launch control, you can press that switch. You can trigger your 2-step, and then you can let it go, and everything will be back to normal. The way we're going to connect these, so these are called T-taps. You're going to take that little slot right there, you're going to put the wire in there, and then you're just going to close it. Just like that. And what it does, it's going to pinch the wire and allow the wire to come out of both sides, so you're just basically putting it in line with it. And then right here, all you're doing is putting that inside the blue. Like that, take this, put it in there. Voila. So I don't know if you can see that, but right under Rev 1 there's a little 0. See the little notch in the knob? So that's how you control where you want your rev limiter to be set at. See Rev 2, it's set on 4, and then the gain, it's set on 1. There's 1, there's 3, and then it'll start going over here, 9, and then it'll go A, B, C, D, E, F, and then back to 0. So the way I was told this works is, it starts at 2500. So if you have it set at 0, it's going to be at 2500. And if every one it goes up 500. So if you have it at 1, it's going to be at 3000, 2 3500, 3 45, or 3 4000, 4 4500, 5 5000, and then etc. Let's just say my 1jz, my rev limiter is I think like 7400, 7500. So if you want your rev limiter to be at 7500, then I'm going to go ahead and put it on A, because A is going to be 7,500, and then B is 8,000, C is 8,500, D is 9,000, E is 9,500, F is 10K. So for example, say you want to turn this off because you only want your rev limiter to be on switch, which I'm going to do. So for example, if your rev limiter is 7,500, which is A, and F is 10K, just put it on F, because your car doesn't rev to 10K and it's not going to override your factory computer's settings. So for example, if you just put it on F, then it won't even work at all on your normal rev limiter. Then if you want to put your switch to whatever, put it to your clutch pedal, you can put it to, for example, your e-brake, you can tap it into your e-brake, then it'll work when only that switch is triggered. So that's mainly what I wanted it for. Mainly for launch control, or if I'm in mid-drift, you know, and I need to build boost really quick, and I would hit that switch, and then I would go ahead and enable my launch control. Here we are at the car. I ran the BR inside the car, and I kind of just jankily ran the wires over here right now so I can connect it. But it's pretty simple to set up. So, and this plus is quick disconnect, so you can unplug it whenever you want. So I went ahead and pulled my two plugs we're going to be using out. Here's plug A, and here's plug E. Okay, so I have everything connected. Sorry about my wiring here. It's a little sloppy, but she runs. So I have everything connected here. My red, here's my power, and it basically goes down on my ECU to the plus B, which is I believe it's switch power. So that's the bottom right. That's the far right plug on the bottom right. I'm trying to create some shade here because the sun's like in the worst spot. Okay, yeah, so there's my power right there. And then my crank position sensor, my NE plus, is the second wire from the right on this first plug. You'll see it's black. The one on the right is NE negative. So those are the two wires that go to your crank position sensor. I went ahead and tapped into the black one. Where is it? Right here. So I went ahead and tapped into the black one, and that's going to be your green wire. And then, let's see, right here, my green wire that goes to the ECU is, so there's going to be 4 wires in that bottom corner. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So there's the white one, NE negative, the black one's NE positive, then there's a blank slot, which you're not going to worry about, but then that green one with the little red stripe, oh no, it's a white stripe. The green one with the white stripe is going to be your ignition firing wire. So I tapped into that. I tapped into that with the yellow wire we have here. And then from the BR, the black is the ground. And I went ahead and I didn't use any other ground. I went ahead and I tapped into the main ECU ground, which is, it's a white with a black stripe. And that can be found on the A plug, bottom left corner, which is this wire right here. This wire. So that's going to be your ground that I used. And everything hopefully should work. Let's fire it up and see. I got it all in. Got everything hooked up except for the switched wire. We'll do that later. I just want to see if it works. So I'm going to give it a rev. I have it on some random settings, so I don't really know what it's going to do. But we're going to see. It's a great addition. It wasn't that expensive. I bought it used off some guy. I pretty much paid him like 180 bucks shipped. You know, I knew it was real. I didn't have to, you know, go through those videos. I watched those videos, the real versus fake BRs, and what looks like what. I know it's real. So the BR works really well, and you know, I'm drifting, and if I want to be a little bit of a show off, you know, shoot flames out of the exhaust. Hopefully it shoots flames. I know there's like a certain setting to put it on to make it look cool. So I mean, I'll figure that out. But this is my motor. She's a tired old girl. She's got a lot of drift miles on them. So you look under the car, it's just full of oil. Transmission's full of oil. Everything's full of oil. I gotta pull this out and rebuild it, you know, sometime within the next year, hopefully. hopefully it doesn't break any time sooner than that. But yeah, my car's down right now. It's having a problem. I broke my drift knuckle on the left side, so I gotta replace all these components, the lower control arm, the caster arm, the upper control arm, stuff like that. You know, so I'll be making a video about that. I'm actually making a video on it right now, but I just kind of took a break to install this BR because this thing's badass. Yeah, but you know, I need a lot of new bushings, and you know, I might as well get 2 upper control arms since I bent this one. Look at this one, she's all tweaked out. You know, and I think this arm is all bent up because it looks like it's sitting in a different spot. And this has been the coilover mount's bent. You know, everything's just all bent out of whack. So hopefully we can get that fixed. But anyway, it's a cool little video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'll show you how to wire it. I try my best to explain it to you guys. It's pretty simple for me, but I know for other people it's kind of hard. But yeah, that's it. Andrew Garza from Slightly Modified, walking out.